Hey everybody, welcome back. March 29th, another cake day I told you. National Lemon Chiffon Cake Day. Today's going to be a really good cake. Yesterday's Black Forest was, it was okay, but not like today. Today, our lemon chiffon cake uses a lemon curd that is unbelievably good. I've made it before. I got it, of course, from Gretchen'sBakery.com. Her recipe there for lemon curd is amazing. You need a ton of lemons, or not a ton, but a good amount of lemons, because you want to make this with fresh squeezed lemon juice. Not the stuff in the jar from concentrate or the bottle. Doesn't work. Well, it might work, but I'm not going that route, because the flavor that you get from this lemon curd using fresh lemons is second to none. Okay, so if you like lemon curd, or if you want to do this lemon curd, go to her website, Gretchen'sBakery.com, and get the recipe there. That's what we're doing today for our lemon curd. This one, again, a couple steps, because you have to do the curd first, then you got to make your cakes, then you got to put it all together, make your whipped frosting, and so we got a bunch of stuff to do today with this one. Steps. Just follow along and we'll have some fun, all right? First step, gotta make this lemon curd because it's gotta go in the fridge and set for a little while. Alrighty, let's get started. Okay, for our lemon curd today, we need 8 eggs. We need a cup of sugar. We need enough lemons to make 3/4 cup of lemon juice and the zest of 2 lemons, and 2 sticks of unsalted butter. Okay, let's get started on our lemon curd today. I have my double boiler set up. I put my 2 sticks of butter in here just to kind of get them started into melting, because we're going to take all our ingredients for our curd and put them in there, okay? So we have our sugar, our 2 sticks of butter, our 3/4 cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice, not the jarred stuff, okay? A zest from 2 lemons, and it said 8 eggs, but it's actually 4 whole eggs and then just the 4 yolks of the other 4. So you're not actually putting in 8 whole eggs, but it is 8 eggs. Just save the 4 whites for an omelet or something, okay? So we're going to put those in there too, and we're just going to whisk this all together. And that's it for the curd. Now, you leave it on your double boiler here, and you just let it cook. You got to babysit this one. You got to stir it with the whisk. Once it starts to get a little bit thicker, you're going to switch over to a spatula because you really want to scrape the bottom. Make sure you keep moving this around, and then it's going to thicken up like a custard. You'll see. But what you want to do is check the temperature. You want it to get up to about 170 degrees, okay, or as close to it as possible. Alrighty? Be back when we're there. Alrighty, so our curd is just about ready. Check for temperature. I never get it to 170. I always get it to like 165. And it never seems to go up there, so I don't want to leave it too long, so 165 I'll have to do. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, get it as close to 170 as you can. Now, what you're going to do, this is going to be tricky with one hand, but what you want to do is take this, if I can get a grip on it, like I said, tricky with one hand. Okay, what you want to do is put this through your strainer. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit at a time. I guess I should get one that fits the bowl better, but that's okay. We'll just do a little bit at a time because I can't dump the whole thing in. So what you want to do is put it through this strainer, okay? And just work it so it goes through. What you're trying to do here is catch any cooked egg bits or anything like that. You just want a nice smooth curd. Any lumps are going to get stuck in here. You'll see at the end when I'm done pushing all this through how much we collect in the bottom. Okay, there you go. We're just about done there. Scrape the bottom of that, get any off the bottom, and I'll show you what I mean now. You want to do this because, see, you get all these egg bits and stuff. I don't know if you can see that. See? And you don't want that because that's going to make your curd grainy, and you don't want your curd grainy, okay? You want it nice and smooth, which is exactly what we're going to have here. Okay, let me just wipe that up there. Now, what you're going to do is take some plastic wrap, okay? And you want to make sure when you cover this to refrigerate it, you press the plastic wrap so it's touching the curd. And the reason why you're doing that is because you don't want a skin to form, you know, like when you make pudding. Okay, for our cake today, we need 1 3/4 cups of cake flour. We need a tablespoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, 1 1/2 cups of granulated sugar. We need 6 large eggs, 3/4 cups of cold water, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, 1 to 2 teaspoons of lemon zest, and 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar, or cream of tartar, however you want to say it. Alright, let's get started on our cake. I showed you in the ingredients you need 6 eggs, but you need to separate those. I know, pain in the neck. So here's my 6 egg yolks going in. I'm going to mix that with the oil, the water, the lemon juice, and the lemon zest. Okay? Put all those things in a bowl together and whisk away. And then next, in a bigger bowl, we're going to sift together our flour. I really need a bigger sifter. This little one just doesn't do me justice. Okay, so we're going to sift that together with our baking soda, our salt, and out of that whole thing amount of sugar I told you to use, you only need, oops, wrong one. Okay, I almost put the wrong one in. We need a cup of sugar. Okay, so we're going to sift those things all together somehow. And there's our sifted dry ingredients. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is make a well in the center of this, in this big bowl. Okay. And I'm going to pour our wet ingredients, our egg mixture here, into the center of this. And then what we're going to do is just mix this until we get a nice smooth batter. Okay? Get all of that in there. Okay? And it's kind of like when you make pasta, which I haven't done yet either. So that's coming up somewhere along the way. I'm going to try that. I'm saving up for my KitchenAid attachments to roll pasta. But anyway, we'll mix this until we get this into a nice smooth batter, okay? Now you're probably saying, well, why did he mix that by hand? He's got his mixer there. Because I need this for something else, another stage, the harder stage. Take your egg whites now, okay, and you're going to add them to your mixer with your cream of tartar or tartar or whatever you like to say it. It's like in the South when they say pecan or pecan or who cares, potato, who cares. So you're going to mix this up and whip it up pretty good so it starts to thicken, and then as it does, we're going to slowly add our reserved sugar, the rest of the sugar that we had. Alrighty, let's do that now. Okay, so we mixed it up. Stiff peaks we want, stiff peaks we got. Stiff peaks, stiff. Alrighty. So stiff I can't get it off my beater. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to take some of this stiff cream, about a third of it, and put it into your cake batter. And like we did yesterday, if you remember with Black Forest, we're just gently going to fold this in. Okay, we want to keep the airiness of this egg whites, so it's going to make that angel food-like fluffy kind of cake. Okay, so just gently mix in just this little bit first to get it incorporated. That'll help loosen up this batter a little bit for the rest of it. Okay, so we're going to add this mix this in, then we're going to add in the rest of this, and then we'll be ready to get it in the oven. Okay, and then once you have this really foamy batter mixed together, we're going to put it into our 2 well-greased, parchment-lined cake pans, okay? Okay, and there they are, ready to go. Into our oven, about an hour, 350. Okay, again, baking, keep your eye, you want it just to where it's springy to the touch. You touch it and it kind of springs back at you. Alrighty, see you in about an hour. Our cakes are out and have been cooling. They got a little beat up coming out of the pan, but that's okay. You're going to frost this cake, so never worry about little imperfections like that when you know you're going to frost your cake anyway, because it's going to hide all that. Okay, so we're going to make our frosting now. It's basically like what we did yesterday. Cold bowl, cold beater, cold cream. You're going to put your heavy cream, you're going to put 3 tablespoons of sugar and 3 tablespoons of your lemon curd. That's chilled down. It's delicious. I can't wait for you to try it. Put those, you're going to put the milk, or the cream rather, and the sugar in the bowl. Whip that up into peaks, and then we're going to take that 3 tablespoons of that and fold it in. Not mix it in, because that'll break down your whipped cream. So we want it to stay fluffy like we've been doing with a lot of the ingredients on some of these recipes the last couple days, folding it in so that way you keep that fluffiness of the cream. Okay, so let's get started with that. Okay, stiff peaks. I mean, it takes like 2 minutes. I mean, if you saw way back in, I think, January, our whipped cream video, and you saw how easy it is to make homemade whipped cream. I mean, with just cream and sugar. I mean, it's really just nothing. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take about 3 tablespoons of our lemon curd and put those in with our whipped cream here. This lemon curd is, I'm telling you, is like unbelievable. I know I keep saying it, but it really is unbelievable. Okay, so what you're going to do is, like we said, just gently fold your lemon curd into your whipped cream. Okay? Okay, all our components are ready. It's time to assemble this cake. Okay, so we're going to take a generous amount of this lemon curd. Don't push it all the way to the side, because it's going to spread a little bit when you add the other layer of cake on top. Okay, so we're going to just take our cake layer, add that right to the top. These baked kind of weird because they blew up. Again, we've kind of overfilled our pan, but that's okay. We don't care. It's still going to be good. We're going to eat it. Now we're going to take our whipped cream, or lemon curd whipped cream, and we're going to try to frost this thing as best we can, okay? Because it doesn't seem like they gave us enough cream to put on this thing. Ready? There she is. I know she's not perfect, but she looks pretty good, and I can't wait to taste her. This is lemon chiffon cake. Maybe a little more icing next time. For mine, I followed the recipe and I did 1.5 cups of cream. Do 2 cups. So that way you'll have a little extra whipped cream and you'll be able to fill it a little bit better. But we worked real hard on this one today. As you can see by our sink full of dishes that we're going to have to clean up now too. So I'm going to put this in the fridge and let it just set for about an hour. And then I'm going to take it out, cut it, and we're going to try this. Okay, and there she is, out of the refrigerator, is set for about an hour to get nice and set. I put a little dollop of the lemon curd on the top just to kind of dress it up a little. Like I said, I wish there was a little more whipped cream, because that would have made, I think, a prettier cake, but that's okay. We'll work on presentation next time. I mean, look at that. Look at the nice big layers. Do you see the sponginess of this cake? With the lemon curd, it's going to be a good one. All right, let's get some of that frosting curd. If you like a nice light lemon cake, this is the one for you. National Lemon Chiffon Cake Day. There's ours. There's ours. We've got a lot of cake to eat. All right, have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.